You must not know what you just thought. Hello and welcome to my channel. Go ahead, hit the like, hit the share, subscribe if you haven't already. Now everybody who's been following my content know I don't like to make videos that don't have an ultimate meaning behind them. Yet the fact of the matter is, like I mentioned in my previous live, it's people out here that clearly want my attention and can't grasp the concept behind what I said clear as day. And that is, instead of putting so much focus on me coming to the internet weekly, just drawing up lies out their ass, knowing that I got the receipts, I'ma friendly remind your ass that I clearly could make individuals content, which is what they want so desperately. But what I chose to do over the course of these years was to demonstrate while people are getting on this platform, lying, ruining their own credibility, and then getting mad when I put the attention on the fact that I don't take nothing these people came to the internet doing seriously. So when you start to merge their actions, the things that they put on open display with R. Kelly, and confuse that a person like me don't have no damn authority to do anything in this man's case other than to document what I see happening and to relay why a lot of things hit the fan on these platforms as people try to backpedal and backtrack the things that they've shown us. Now, it don't take a genius that I was cool sitting over here minding my business, doing my own research, when all of these weird-ass people wanted to make themselves relevant. And people in my comments kept suggesting I should watch this person, watch that person, because they're such an avid supporter of R. Kelly. But the gag is, when people started to get offended seeing me capture some of these key moments that I felt like was stupid as hell, it didn't change the fact that I was going to stand on what I originally said and why. No matter how many times they got on these platforms talking about they were reenacting this and doing this for entertainment purposes, it didn't change the fact that I clearly said the things they're doing ain't gonna bother me, ain't gonna affect me, but most definitely will affect R. Kelly.
Yo, what's up, Kills? What's up, my nigga? You good? Man, I'm good, man. I just want you to know I'm gonna be here for you for the duration, man. Gotta do it. You gotta be that puppy. So check it out. Dear mama, you don't believe what I'm going through. Feel like I'm not here. I'm dead like I promised you. Everything you left you, baby boy, but tell a big problem, not the problem. Tell me what am I supposed to do? I got get lost sometimes, don't understand it, player. Look at the mirror sometimes and see a trouble, babe. Then my tears roll down and hit the thing, and I hold my head up high. The Lord damn why, oh why?
Now, never in my life have I met or encountered such a group of fanned out individuals who will sit here and know there's an open investigation going on, will sit here and engage with people talking about they're facilitating calls and can get people on a jail contact list, etc., etc. And everybody overlooked the point that a lot of these individuals are not as relevant as they think, but they would like to have my attention so bad, so let me put this out here for public record. Now, the point that I demonstrated in capturing all of these screenshots is that you never know who's watching these lives and all this other bullshit that happened on these platforms, including federal agents. So it should be no surprise why I challenge why a specific federal agent was on my line trying to talk about a deranged superfan and obviously act like they didn't see none of this other stuff that went on these platforms that clearly showed a more reasonable doubt for the accusations being waged against R. Kelly, when all of these super fans wanted to keep coming out here including me in bullshit that I clearly separated myself from, that they wanted to make content, then get mad when I shit all over their fucking feelings. For 6 years now, I've demonstrated how individuals will creep next to people, then come out here and do the most trying to discredit them, using their content just to be relevant, and then will look some type of way when things went left for R. Kelly, and nobody correlates some of these individuals that claim that they came out here to do so much help for R. Kelly, raise so much money for R. Kelly, be all in the mix of everything going on with R. Kelly, and still try to include me in their janky ass protesters, still look up my personal information and then go back and forth with each other and wonder why you all, the audience, bring specific facts or information to me for me to further look into, while they follow these janky ass people who've already been exposed, who they wanted to give credibility to, just to come right back out here and discredit. Make this shit make sense. For years, they went on talking about who's testifying against Robert Kelly, who's working against Robert Kelly. These supporters are secretly working against R. Kelly, including me, and then wonder why I stand on the fact, what's up with all these other people who have been implicated in certain allegations, who have been coming out here lying and playing in the people's face? Instead of focusing on Prima Donna, maybe you should hit a U-turn and go bring some of these same individuals and put them on your damn platform, and let's figure this shit the fuck out. Cause it makes no sense when I've given you so much reasonable doubt, and then you want to follow all these raggedy ass people that think I give a shit what they think about me personally, when I wasn't the one putting myself next to the attorneys. I wasn't the one coming out here saying I'm doing all this and that to help free R. Kelly, and I damn sure wasn't antagonizing witnesses on these platforms who I was very aware were watching all of these shenanigans, taking their frustrations out on Robert Kelly. Yet when you have a janky PI all on YouTube and you have your attorney being accused of inappropriate actions, and your so-called supporters are always in the mix of what's going on, but can never figure out why, you can come out here and keep saying that my receipts are fake. You can come out here and keep trying to put the attention on me, but guess what? I don't blog about Prima Donna. I don't blog about Shanissa, who's my real name, because they can't distinguish the fact that Shanissa and Prima Donna are two different entities. So bringing my personal affairs to YouTube to deflect from all the things we saw them engaging in on these platforms are not going to do nothing but continue to make me remind you of all the things we saw that was demonstrated in paperwork that specific attorneys did not mention in court, and that still could have an effect on this man's appeal when it comes to discrediting these witnesses that were used against him, these people who engaged with individuals involved in his case, and the fact that people were more fascinated with trying to participate in janky ass documentaries fundraising, and other bullshit that clearly did not help R. Kelly could sit here and use janky-ass YouTubers as activists to come out here and usher the way for janky-ass individuals, but at the end of the day, my points remain the same. So you're going to have to excuse me when you have a person who will come out here and be the biggest fan turn into the biggest op and always got some negative or slick to say about the person they support because they never caught on to why I said, why not initiate 6 degrees of separation when it comes to some of these people who've been implicated in specific crimes that people came to YouTube trying to cover up. So it wasn't no need in going from the biggest fan to now dissing R. Kelly because you couldn't pull the wool over Prima Donna's eyes when it came to certain individuals, the fraudulent activities that I was witnessing, and why I said I have the right to remain unbiased when it comes to my reporting of the information that I find and or incorporate in my content without making this shit personal, unlike some.
So when you told me this, I'm like, I done already talked to the twins. I done already talked to the Shanti McGee husband. I done already talked to Don Russell. I done already talked to Linda Mitchell.
I don't even know how I'm supposed to take serious a motherfucker that can't even pronounce these people's names. Or the people who skipped that the person that I originally targeted was Tasha K and her source information and how they made their way to this so-called R. Kelly fake ass sector and people looking at me like I'm crazy because they getting the same type of information that I got, but instead of trying to give reasonable doubt, they wanted to get out here and play all in y'all face, play all in R. Kelly case, then turn around and get mad when you see people who don't know R. Kelly end up in his goddamn paperwork while they put them on their platforms. Somebody, make this shit make sense.
I've been the #1 supporter from the motherfucking start. I ain't never got to prove myself to your bitch ass nigga like you. Levi or David. I ain't even got to prove myself to no motherfucking R. Kelly. How the fuck you gonna ask me how he know me?
Now, with all that said, I'm going to conclude this video with this. People can keep grasping at straws trying to prove to y'all stupid ass points and why I clocked their teeth. Or they can learn to move around because I'm going to continue to run my content as I see fit. If they feel triggered seeing the things that they were engulfed in, that's their own fucking business. But at the end of the day, I suggest they move the fuck around. Considering Prima never had to phony kick it or come out here acting like I'm here to free R. Kelly when I came to document what I saw going on to corrupt his case. And with that being said, y'all have a good day.